Paganism. In this country we're quite a multicultural society now, and there are lots of different religions and spiritual paths. It used to be just one religion, Christianity, here now, but things have kind of loosened up. And one of the largest or fastest growing things happening in Britain, and I think in other parts of the world, is the growth of a thing called paganism. Paganism originally was a term of abuse. It was almost like saying, you have the beliefs of a country bumpkin or someone from the backwoods, whereas the religions such as Christianity or Judaism were thought of as very sophisticated. But strange, people's views now have changed, and people have maybe moved away from the traditional religions of the last year, and they're trying to kind of do their own thing. I think paganism, put it this way, in a way, you're born a pagan. Everybody is born a pagan. You know, it's kind of like your natural state. It's a natural state of things. So paganism as a religion is almost like the natural religion. The kind of ideas, assuming that you're the sort of person who likes to have a spiritual path or to think in those ways, which I know not everybody does, then it's kind of like, you know, fantasy religion in a way, or make up your own religion, or the natural thing, the spiritual ideas that come to you naturally. And, you know, so that might be, you wouldn't have a kind of a priesthood. It would be do your own thing. You know, you don't need to have someone to tell you what to believe or what to think. You kind of make it up for yourself. You make your own contact with whatever you think is the spiritual realm. And that quite often involves, because it's natural, a reverence for nature itself, and the fact that you think, well, nature is a wonderful thing, and maybe nature can actually teach you things, and you can go out and communicate with it or absorb the atmosphere and the vibes, and that's quite an important aspect of what paganism's like. And it's very much tied up with cycles and orientating yourself to the natural cycles, because I guess a lot of pagans feel that modern life has kind of divided us off from a lot of the natural patterns. I live in a city in Oxford, and even though it's not a huge city, the street lights, you can't even see the stars really at night, and you don't feel the elements, and you know, you're kind of cushioned from all that sort of stuff. And some of us think maybe we've lost something in that, and so people are trying to get back to that a little bit, and to get sort of subtly back in tune with the cycles of nature. And one of the, as well as just being in nature and kind of absorbing the vibes, an important way of doing that is to kind of celebrate the turning of the year. So pagans tend to celebrate. I mean, pagans have lots and lots of different views. They have no dogmas. They're very tolerant. But one thing that kind of does unify them is this celebration of 8 different festivals throughout the year. You know, the main ones maybe being Beltane on May morning, and Samhain, or what's known as Halloween, but there's the solstices and the equinoxes or whatever. So pagans tend to get together for whatever their particular style on those 8 festivals, and as you celebrate them year upon year, it gradually kind of reorientates you and gets you back in touch with your inner self. And those sort of ideas, although they're very simple, I think most people can, when they're explained to them, can find something that there's an element of truth in that. And I guess because it's saying, you know, get back to some of the things that we've lost with modern life, that must account for the fact why it is growing so fast in Britain and in America at the moment. And a good thing, I think that is too.